In this video, we'll be taking you on a tour of London during our short but busy 2-night stay. It is the capital of England and the United Kingdom with a rich history stretching back to Roman times. We stayed at the Hyatt Regency London Blackfriars, which just opened this past June. Check out our tour of this hotel with a link in the description and at the end of the video. After having appetizers at our hotel, we headed out to Millennium Bridge to take pictures of St. Paul's Cathedral from across the river. It was the first pedestrian bridge to cross the River Thames in over 100 years, but unfortunately, it was closed. We walked to St. Paul's Cathedral, which is one of the largest and highest cathedral domes in the world. It's famous for the funeral of Winston Churchill and the marriage of Prince Charles and Diana back in July 29, 1981. Before heading back to the hotel, we stopped by Doggett's Riverside Bar, which was across the River Thames from our hotel. This warm, freshly baked fish pie was a perfect dish during this cold London evening. We washed it down with a Bulmers cider and a pint of Guinness to cap off our evening. We woke up early the next day to have as much time as possible to explore London on our second day. After a big breakfast at our hotel, we took the subway to our first destination. Our first stop was Big Ben, with London Eye just across the river. Construction was completed in 1859, and it is one of the most prominent symbols of the United Kingdom in parliamentary democracy. When I visited in 2017, it was covered in scaffolding for maintenance, so it was great to finally have an unobstructed view of this landmark. Our next stop was Westminster Abbey, which has been the location of the coronations and burials of monarchs as well as the site of royal weddings. It is the burial site of more than 3,300 people, many of prominence in British history. We spent an hour exploring the church grounds before we headed out to our next stop. Next on our tour was the Churchill War Rooms. This award-winning museum houses the underground nerve center where the British government directed the Second World War. I really enjoyed this museum since I've been interested in the history of World War II ever since my visit to Pearl Harbor in Hawaii 12 years ago. Horse Guards is the official entrance to St. James and Buckingham Palace. The lifeguard change takes place here at 11 a.m. daily and 10 a.m. on Sundays. We were lucky enough to catch the changing of the guards this Saturday morning. We next made our way to Trafalgar Square. This public square features some of London's top attractions from galleries, historic buildings, statues, and monuments. We walked through this long road known as the Mall to Buckingham Palace, which serves as the official London residence and administrative headquarters of the monarch of the United Kingdom. Originally built in 1703, the palace has 775 rooms today and was the residence of Queen Elizabeth II when she became queen in 1952 until 2020. We needed a break from all this walking, and we were quite surprised to see the Filipino staple Jollibee in the middle of London. We ordered spaghetti and 2 pieces of spicy chicken and spent an hour here to rest before we continued our tour. Our next stop was the British Museum, which is home of historic artifacts. Its permanent collection of 8 million historic items is the largest in the world. We spent 2 hours exploring the various exhibits, which were highlighted by the Rosetta Stone. It was rather strange to see these original sculptures from the Parthenon displayed here, since we went to Athens last year and we only saw replicas of these original pieces. This massive statue, known as Hoa Hakananai'a from Easter Island, dates back to 1000 to 1200 AD. I wonder how they got this colossal bust of the Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses II, which weighs 7.5 tons. Don't miss visiting this museum, since it is regarded as one of the best in the world. All this walking made us hungry, so we headed to Bill's at Soho for dinner. We made reservations a couple of days in advance since it's a busy tourist area. I ordered the steak, which was just okay, while Beverly ordered the fish pie, which was good. We watched Beverly's favorite musical, Mulan Rouge, this Saturday evening. She's intent on watching this production at every city it's being shown at, so we can cross London off that list. On our third day, we visited the Tower of London. It was built by William the Conqueror in 1078 as a secure fortress and a symbol of power. We had a guided tour to get a better understanding of its rich history.
We'll try that again. Good morning, lovely people.
Good morning.
A little bit better showed me that you're, enthusiastic.
This historic castle with over 1,000 years of history is home to the crown jewels, the iconic beef-eater Yeoman warders, and the legendary ravens that have kept the kingdom from collapsing. Do not miss this historic site, which many regard as the #1 thing to see when visiting London. Don't forget to take pictures with the magnificent Tower Bridge located right outside the Tower of London. Our next stop was a guided tour of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. It's a realistic, true-to-history reconstruction of Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, which burned down in 1613.
It has a roof. People stand in the yard. And the stage comes out, surrounded by people. So again,
The 360-degree auditorium is open air, and audiences who attend performances are asked to dress according to the weather. We couldn't watch any shows since the outdoor theater is closed during the winter months, but hopefully we'll get a chance on our future visit. We walked by St. Paul's Cathedral one more time to take a glimpse of it during the daytime. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go inside since we had to catch our flight. That concludes our quick 2-night stay in London. We wish our stay was longer since there's so much to explore in this bustling city. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. Leave any questions in the comments section below. Thank you for watching and check out our other videos.